Hello, hello, and welcome to the Oto-Mania podcast, the podcast about otome and other dating simulation games. I'm your host, Savvy, and this is my co-host, Jessica.
Hey!
So today we're talking about a game we started way back last October, I think.
I thought we did it around, November, December.
Maybe.
I talked about this at your wedding.
This time, called Wicked Wolves. So quick description before we go forward. You are a police officer assigned to one of the most bustling cities in the world, Tokyo. Underneath the vast, near-future metropolitan, werewolves and vampires lurk in all corners. One faithful night plunges you into their world, saved by the beautiful wolfman from a vampire who had his fangs in your neck. They were looking for a mate to continue their lineage. You! Exclamation point! Who will you choose? Well, I chose Toga, the mafia boss. Who did you choose?
I chose Ibuki, the werewolf from the big family. I forget what his deal was.
And I have an account of Jinji Rukia from a friend who's played his route, but we'll go more in depth with those guys in the spoiler section.
Yes.
So just a warning ahead of time that we're both not big fans of this game for different reasons. I liked the chonky wolves, but I disliked how long it was. Jessica disliked her main character, among other things. So if you
I disliked a lot of things.
I would recommend not listening to us, because this will probably be Jessica trashing it the whole time, and I don't want your feelings.
I'm sorry.
Trust me, homie. I know how it feels to, I want to give you a warning ahead of time, because I've listened to so many podcasts where they trick me, and they're like, we're going to talk about this thing you love, and then, they just destroy it, and I, left feeling an empty hole.
Yeah, so, I'm about to trash on this game, because I have been holding it in for a long time, so I'm sorry.
So I wanted to give you a warning, because I wish that other podcast gave me warnings. So,
thank you for giving them a warning.
Yeah. So the reason I picked my dude, you can't pick vampires. You don't have to pick wolves.
We all did.
You can also pick, I think, only one human, and that is your coworker, police officer friend.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to pick because he was different. He's not like
he was
other
human?
girls. He's human. But I went online and I was like, who's the best character to pick for Wicked Wolves? And across the board, everyone's like, Toga! So I was like, okay, I'll pick Toga. I don't hate Toga, but I kind of wish I picked someone else.
My memories of this game are so much on my character rather than on Ibuki. But I picked him because, I saw that white-haired boy and I was like, oh, I gotta. I did my thing.
I wonder if in the human route you would have found out he was something else. Yeah, this is Kotaro Inumaki.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know either, but...
Do you have a wiki open? Does it say?
It doesn't say anything. So the wiki is completely useless. This is all our accounts, the only account of this game. No, just kidding. There's a lot of walkthroughs online if you want to...
Do it yourself.
Because it takes... They do the thing where, you have to dress up your character and, spend gold.
Yeah.
To make them look better so you can continue the story. And it takes a long time.
This one was really long.
Yeah, normally it took a couple of your friends every single day, and then a couple days go by and you had enough gold. This one, I think I still don't have enough gold for the third event.
Yeah, there was a thing that I was running out of money for, and I just wasn't feeling it. But you know what? Maybe I should wait till we get into spoiler sections for the prologue of this game.
Yeah.
And what happened. I don't know when to talk about this.
We'll go into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for specifically Toga, your guy, I forgot his name. What's his name again?
Ibuki.
I'm gonna write that down. Hold on.
Yeah.
Close enough. Okay, Ibuki and Jinjui Ryuka. Even though, honestly, me and my friend did not finish our route. We looked up the end.
I looked it up too.
And so because
we all looked it up.
This game long. If you were into man, I wish I had an Oto-Mania game I could play forever and never stop playing. I have the game.
This is it.
It's this one. You'll never finish it.
Yeah.
You'll absolutely never finish it. It'll take you forever to get enough gold. There's a lot of dudes. Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of boys. Don't get me wrong. And the chunky wolves are funny,
chunky wolves
but
were the selling point. They were very chonk.
oh my god, they're an absolute unit.
Yeah, they were absolute units. I
remember putting screenshots of them in like our group chat back at the time. And somebody was like, absolute unit.
The main character on my route only liked the wolf. It's kind of like, I guess we haven't talked about Alice in the Country of Hearts yet.
No, we haven't.
You know what I'm talking about because in that, the rabbit dude can actually turn into a rabbit.
Yes.
And she like only likes him when he's in rabbit form because he's cute and fluffy, and as opposed to
he's adorable and fluffy
because he's creepy. So
yeah,
that's kind of how my character was she only liked him if he was in wolf form, which caused a lot of awkward in bed with a wolf scenes, which we will get to in the spoiler section. So that was your little spoiler section hint, because we're going in now.
My character was just so horny. I hated her
I've had those before. The last horny one I had was Niflheim for the skeleton. She was so horny for that skeleton.
Oh yeah, she was freaky.
Oof.
Ooh. Yeah.
Would you like to go first in the spoilers to talk about your boy Ibuki?
Well,
let it off your chest.
So part of I know I've had this on my chest. It's literally your wedding.
It's a Wicked Wolves intervention where we talk about our routes. My character was just so horny.
It was so bad. I hated it. It made me so angry. I'm like, girl, you need help.
What make you angry? No horny
Someone help her. And we started this game and I was doing the prologue, and you know how prologues for these games are. They give you some really weird intro of all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So we got off work or something, as a cop, and we're in some dark alley and we get jumped, and then the game crashed. Oh. And I opened it again and I was in a different section of plot, and so all the character introductions except for your partner at work had happened in the in between time. And so as soon as that happened, right off the bat, I was like, this game is not gonna be good, is it?
I mean, that's not your fault. Or
yeah. And it got off to a bad start, and I asked, and I think it happened to all of us, didn't it?
I skipped the opening, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the opening skipped itself. So
I think somebody because the opening is long, so somebody stopped the opening in the middle and then left the game and then came back, and the opening didn't continue. It just took you to the choose a person screen.
Oh no, mine literally crashed.
So the opening was none of us really know what happened.
So skip the opening, because it'll do it for you.
I mean, the description I gave you in the beginning was basically what happened.
Yeah, it was.
You were jumped, some dog saved you. That dog is one of these dudes.
We don't know which one.
No, I don't think it's any of the ones we picked. It might be the one our friend picked.
I have no idea. It's one of them.
Or maybe,
and
I don't know.
You just wake up, and I think it's in Ibuki's house.
Yeah.
His big fancy family house.
End up waking up in their houses. It happened on me and our friend.
Yeah. And, then whoever you pick, it's oh, this is my mate, guys. And everybody else is not happy about this.
Okay.
And Ibuki's oh, this is my girl now, as of 5 seconds ago. And he's kind of my note is he's really touchy. He's real handsy, which I didn't like.
So, what is Ibuki? What's his job?
He's, honestly, I don't.
Wow.
His, job, it's weird, because he's the son of the big, werewolf family.
Okay.
And I think the Mitsumine family owns, a bunch of, corporations or something.
Okay.
I didn't write it down, apparently.
Oh, so, okay.
What he does is for his, day job.
He's a white,
because his is more
absolutely do-nothing boy. Just rich
His route
kid.
was, focused on, yeah, he's, rich kid, but it's focused on, weird werewolf politics.
Yeah, same with here. Oh
and
my gosh, so
stuff.
much politics in this game. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. What is this?
It's gang wars.
Yeah. But as soon as he, touches her at all, she's oh, man, I have to stop myself from moaning. And I'm you need to cut it out. And from the get-go, she was, immediate 0 to 100.
Wow.
I'm dude.
Just thirsty.
Dude, she was the thirstiest MC I've ever seen, which is why she made me so angry.
So what else happened?
I'm scrolling through my notes for the first time since I took them in in January. So I'm like, what happened in this? Scrolling through. He doesn't want you to leave his house because he's like, oh, you're my wife, so you don't have to actually work anymore. Our family's freaking rich. You could do whatever. His family owns a big real estate company. I did write that down. It was just farther down the page. There's a vampire boy who comes to visit.
Is it that little
He's
boy?
like, oh, you smell good.
The little looking boy?
Yeah, the like kid looking boy.
Hanji, I think is his name.
Hanji or Haiji or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He stole my bra.
Yeah, that kid's creepy.
And it's just like, you have to like play tag to get it back. And I'm like, that's really awkward.
I think Haji's like a route you can pick too.
I think so, but like he looks
too
so young. He looks like he's like 5.
He looks like Call the Police route. Which are you,
he does.
So like
yeah. Get out of here.
Police corruption route.
Right? I mean, there was a kind of cute moment where like Ibuki takes you to a safari park. So there's just all these animals chilling. Okay. And I'm like, that's kind of nice. He was like, yeah, this is the first place I was allowed to manage. And I can't let these animals go for whatever reason. We got them from like a zoo or something. So they just hang out here.
Sure. Your own personal
I'm like,
zoo?
sure.
Sounds good to me.
You don't meet Toga in ours until like the 6th chapter.
Honestly,
like he shows up.
Seems like kind of unimportant to everyone else.
He kind of is. He shows up like you're gonna hang out in the library with Ibuki, and then Toga's in there. He's like Russian roulette. I'm like, okay. She's all salty about it.
About Russian roulette, yeah.
About Ibuki playing Russian roulette. She's like, dude, you could have died. I'm like, I kind of don't care. He's just a lazy rich boy who occasionally goes off to do, I don't know, mystery rich boy business, I guess. He also has a really shady uncle.
Who doesn't?
Right. Not gonna lie. And he's like, and his uncle shows up and he's like, you thought Ibuki might be lonely, and there's this like special thing you have to do to introduce your girlfriend to the whole family. And I'm like, oh, so the uncle wants to get rid of my boyfriend. Got it. Sounds good. There's a lot of like you getting pulled off into a room and having like too much sexy time because your main character's horny as all hell.
Yeah, you had sexy time in yours? I didn't have any sexy time in mine.
Dude, she got too much sexy time.
What the heck?
Well, and also, you know how, they're like, oh, this is my mate now, and you have this weird mark, like, on your boobs or something?
Maybe.
There's like a mark, and every time he touches it, then she starts, like, moaning, and I'm like, girl. But his friend Gekka, one of the other wolf boys, we didn't do his route. I don't think anybody did his. He always seems to, like, walk in on us whenever it's getting too spicy. And I'm like, well, this is fine because, it stops whatever shenanigans are happening here.
Oh, shoot. I wonder if she picked Gekka because he also has, like, brown or black hair.
I thought she picked, like, what the heck was his name? I don't think she picked Gekka.
I said, Jinjui?
I don't know.
Rukia? I don't know.
It's like Ruka or something. And I'm like, what kind of a name is Ruka? And, of course, Ibuki and I guess Toga has also been in on this. They're gathering up all the traitors in the Wolf Clan that work for his shady uncle, obviously.
Of course.
Oh man, and you almost forgot that you're a police officer. You're supposed to work on some illegal drug case.
Almost forgot. Are you still working your job?
I feel like she didn't go to work a lot. But in this route, she like doesn't go to work that much, I feel like.
Well, isn't that what he said? You don't need to go to work anymore?
Yeah, but she didn't like that. She did try to stand up to that. She's like, no, I'm still going to go to my job. What are you talking about? I like my job. And what do you know? Halfway through the story, Ibuki has problems.
What kind of problems?
Well, I mean, you find him and he's got like his ears and his tail going, which is normally not a thing.
Like moving? What do you mean by going?
Just like out and about. You know how they could look like a normal person? Yeah. Or they could just have like the ears and tail thing, which I always like. Or they could just be chonk wolves. They are. Yeah, dude. We've had this discussion.
Yeah, I know. Still standing.
You know.
Second level furry. Well, I guess that'd be first level furry, right?
Yeah, isn't that first level furry?
Level. That's first level furry. Second level adds a little more hair to that. And these full chonky wolves are like last level furry.
Like the final level furry.
Almost, it's like not even humanoid anymore. It's literally just a wolf. Now you're in bestiality territory.
Yeah.
Now it's bad.
But he's like, he has more family issues. And his powers start going like out of control. And eventually he'll turn into like full wolf and not be able to go back. And you're just like, how do I fix this? Oh my God.
How did you fix it? Or did you fix it?
Probably some bestiality.
Wow. Is that how you solve the problem? Gotta kiss the wolf in the mouth?
I mean, I know that he does end up turning into a wolf because he got poisoned, which I didn't have written down until way after his powers started getting weird.
A wolf forever?
It's not forever because you go, I don't know, I'm just going down that far. I'm like reading as I'm going. So he got poisoned and his powers start going out of control, and then he's gonna eventually turn into a wolf and not be able to come back. And he does. There is some point where he's like full wolf and you have to go find him because it turns out his evil uncle was like working with the vampires because he's like, oh, tell me take over this and I don't know, I'll help you or whatever.
I kind of wish one of us picked a vampire because it would be interesting to see that side because in every route I'm pretty sure the vampires are the villains.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, the vampires get the uncle, which is cool. And he runs away. Ibuki runs away as like full wolf. And you go back to that like safari park thing where you went on a date forever ago. And she's like, I still want to stay with you forever, even if you're just like full on absolute unit wolf.
Oh no. Someone called the police. Oh wait.
That's
she is the police.
And he's finally like, yeah, I guess I'll go back to this house with you. What on earth actually like fixed this? I don't have it written down how I fixed him. I looked it up. It's something about when she started crying. And I'm like, nothing beats the power of girl tears. I'm like, what happened? It's been a long time since I watched this, and I didn't care when I was writing it.
Her girl tears brought
something about the power of girl tears and like bad romance novel. Yeah, it is.
Flower
and what do you know?
Blow, baby. You're back to being human.
He's okay.
That's very magical. Actually, I think that happened exactly in my Niflheim route. I think you basically just had the same version.
You just have like weird girl tears?
Yeah, because he turned human for like a split second, and then like you had to girl tear him back to being a human. And one of the routes he continued to be Skeletano.
I mean, once we like fixed his bestiality card, then with the power of our girl tears, so we did get married. Yeah, I know, seriously. It's like back to getting laid.
Nice.
It was, sorry, that was like a weird jumbled mess because I didn't look at my notes beforehand. I was like, I'm going to surprise myself with what's going on here.
So, okay.
Yeah, I did like no cop stuff in this route.
Basically.
Do you actually go back to policing in yours?
Not really.
Yeah, they're just like, I don't need it.
Same garbage where they're like, you don't have to work anymore. You live with the wolf boys now. And she's like, nah, I kind of want to go back to work. And I think she did. Yeah. She didn't like do anything cop related. Like, I don't think I ever saw my friend again.
I saw him a couple times because he was like, are you with that Mitsumine guy? And you're like, yeah. What about it?
So, okay, let me get your route straight here. You're with this dude. He's really handsy and sexual.
Yep. You're also really handsy and sexual.
His uncle is conspiring against him with the vampires. So wolf and vampire politics over here.
Yep.
And he gets poisoned by his uncle.
I think it's Haiji gives you like some special tea to give Ibuki. So you do it, but you don't mean to.
Okay. And now he's stuck being a wolf until you cry on him, and now he can turn back into a human. I'm sure some like war thing happens, and now it's all fine because you're married.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, sounds like
that is the gist of it.
Route.
It just was so upsetting because she was so horny. I couldn't get past myself. I'm like, I can't enjoy this because I don't like my character at all. It was the first time I think I had a character I didn't like. I left an impression.
They're always like, the funny thing about these games is that the main character, depending on which route you pick, is always different.
Yeah.
They're never the same girl that you did the tutorial with. It's always some completely different.
They really are.
She's either like, don't touch me, touch me please.
Don't stop touching me.
Or like, kind of an asshole. I've had sassy characters where like I never suspected them to be this sassy from the tutorial, which I feel like a lot of the fun, but also like sometimes they're like overly mean, and I feel like that the dude never deserves it.
I feel like I've had a lot of really like stupid ones too.
Oh, I forgot. I say the stupid ones are usually the don't touch me ones though.
Yeah.
Or the touch me more ones. The sassy ones. That's a gray area. Most of the time they're dumb, but, you know, sometimes we...
Yeah, there are a lot of really dumb protagonists.
They're just trying to get the plot going, you know? Whatever character makes the plot work is the one we're going to go for.
Yeah.
So let's talk about...
Thanks for letting me roast this game.
Rukia Jinji from our friend.
Yeah.
So let me read these texts. So basically, I remember being at the guy's house/mansion. He had black hair, but I forgot his name. And he was flirting with my character, and he kind of just touching her inappropriately. Basically, we were wanting to get married or something like that. The whole plot didn't really make any sense, but oh well. Fast forward to the wedding day. It was a pretty big for his family and all that. So for some reason things didn't pan out, and the guy who I was dating broke off the whole relationship. He literally just kicked me out.
What?
Then, this is where the plot gets confusing. I was chased by this criminal because the MC is a cop. She runs into her ex, and basically he's saying it would be a good idea if they didn't talk again. So I'm assuming her ex is the wolf guy?
I don't know.
So she had a wedding. With this wolf guy, and the wolf guy was like, we can't have a relationship, get out of my house. And so she's like, all right, I'll just go back to being a cop. She ran into him, and he was like, we're not talking ever again. But for some reason, this is what made me really confused, was the next chapter. I was all of a sudden at his house, and he was acting as if nothing happened, and we were all of a sudden together again. That is all I remember to the best of my ability.
It has been a very, very long time since any of us thought about this game.
Yeah, I texted her that a while ago. My notes are as I went, so I would play the game and then I would talk into my phone.
Yeah.
So this will be fun.
It can't be any worse than what I did.
That's the beginning of Rukia's route, or I guess. I don't know what happens after that, so a little teaser if you want to do his route. Toga, the most popular one. So, let's see. Toga's route. You get bit by a vampire. Saved by wolves. Toga takes you in as his mate. This is how I wrote it, by the way. Bullet points.
That's how I usually do it.
He marks you, which is probably the boob one you're talking about.
Dude, I swear it was on her boobs.
I don't know where the mark was. Probably also boobs. You are pissed being a trophy wife who does nothing. You leave.
Yep.
You get kidnapped by vampire mafia. Saved by Toga, who turns into wolf and fights. He saves you from getting shot. Jumps in front and gets shot instead. Get healed by a handsome doctor. I wonder who that was. Was there a doctor character?
I think there is a doctor character.
Oh, well.
Because there was a doctor character in mine at some point, but I kind of just glossed over. I was like, oh, whatever.
You find out his past from Ivan and Lewis to two other wolf choices, I believe.
Yeah.
Apparently Toga's entire family was killed by a human with a really sharp blade who decapitated all of them, and he may be looking for Toga. They may be looking for him.
Wow.
Really particular about his underwear, has a bunch of pairs of underwear.
I saw a thing about Toga's underwear in my, just on the home screen. Sometimes they would have random dialogue, and it was like, Toga's so obsessed with underwear. And I was like, why am I getting this?
I kind of remember that. So this was a part, he has a kid.
A what?
His name is Alec.
Okay.
No, his name's Alex. I just spelled it stupid. Alex's mom said they should live separately. So you help you help a kid find a ring, and that kid is Hanji, by the way. I remember this part.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so... kid's a vampire and kidnapped you. Wants to make you a vampire, too. The number 2, because I'm hip. Turns out
that kid is shady.
Just wanted you as leverage to make a business deal with Toga. If he refused, they would bite you and turn you into a vampire.
All right.
But you said the secret word told you to say, and now they fight.
Okay.
Toga. Okay. Let me explain what the hell I just wrote here.
Okay.
So Toga told you to say a secret word at one point, like, if you're ever in danger again, because remember you just got kidnapped previously.
Yeah.
Say a magic word. So you say the magic word in dialogue.
Right.
Because they're trying to make him believe that you came here. You're like, she wants to be a vampire. Being a vampire is so cool. And so you say, like, I don't know, the cheese nuggets in a conversation, and Toga's like, all right, time to go. She said cheese nuggets. Let's fight. I forgot where I was. There we are. Toga wins.
You're at the part with the nuggets.
And you find out that Alex is not really his kid. He's just a kid whose father ditched him, and Toga took him in because he was part of his family or something like that mafia thing I don't understand. You know how mafias are like, it's my family. I love my family and everyone in it, including my second to third cousin, Rick, over there. He's so cool, even though he killed a bunch of people. It's family. You gotta love family. A lot of people are like that. But he's very mafia in that way. I don't get that. As someone with a criminal relative, fuck him. But you know what? Whatever. So, this isn't actually Toga's kid. He did not sperm this kid into existence. This is some other part of the family's kid. He just took him in because he felt bad for him.
This is my second cousin twice removed.
Yeah, so that makes me feel better. Now it's okay. Toga owns an orphanage for children. Of course he does. Whose parents died due to the organized crime. That's nice of him.
The family.
Organized crime gang.
Yeah.
You're okay with snuggling as long as he's a fluffy wolf. Because he's also touchy, but he's also respectful. Toga's great because he respect.
Yeah, I feel like Ibuki did not respect. He's just like, you want me to prove this is my girlfriend? And then like aggressively makes out with you in front of everyone. All the time.
There's scenes with you in bed with the big fluffy wolf. And it's kind of concerning, but like, it makes sense once you understand.
I feel like Ibuki was kind of like ashamed of his fluffy wolfiness and was like, don't look at me. I don't want to hang out with you when I'm like this.
Well, doesn't that suck that he got stuck being a wolf then?
I mean, I fixed it with the power of girl tears, so the power of bad romance plot and girl tears.
Pillow chat to get to know each other. He'll let you see your parents. I said very Beauty and the Beast. Or he wouldn't let you, like, leave for a long time. I think he let you do your job, but, like, you couldn't go travel to see your parents. And now he's like, go, Belle. Here's the mirror. Go see your parents. The mob is coming. Gekka comes and gives you a ticket to a concert.
What the? Oh, yeah.
We're like our parents, I guess.
Or something.
Yeah, we're going to go see a concert. Toga gets hecka jelly. He's like, how dare you go to a concert? Toga can't go to the concert, so you go with Lewis.
Okay.
Which makes Toga really mad, but you know. Haji, that little vampire bitch, was at the concert, and Toga said Toga's family wasn't murdered by humans. Lewis is pissed. Haji's theory is that Toga killed his own family.
Oh.
So you go and talk to Ivan about it, and Ivan says another clan hired an assassin to kill Toga's parents. Now, I'm sorry to leave you in suspense, but that's where I quit the game.
Oh, no!
And I couldn't handle this vampire werewolf politics anymore because it was confusing and it was driving me batshit bananas. I wish I had the sexy route because this, I don't give a fuck. So anyway, everything's great at the end of the game. So I skipped ahead.
Okay.
Because there's so much other garbage. This was like, I was on chapter like 50 or something. I hated...
Yeah, my game had like 25... No, my game had 27 chapters plus the ending.
Oh god, it was so... Okay. The good ending, you get pregnant. Which is crazy because you like never had sex with it. Like literally, I watched the good ending online and all the comments were like, when did we have sex with Toga? Would someone like show me that? Because that didn't happen in this round.
Yeah, mine was a lot of like, we had a lot of sex.
I end it with, end me now. I was so, like, I'm sorry that you won't know what actually happened. I think he did explain it, and I didn't write it down because I was so, like, oh.
Yeah, I get you.
I think it ends up being, because vampires are just a bunch of little hoes. I hate them. They're probably lying. Honestly, they were probably killed by vampires. Here's my hypothesis.
Okay.
So they said they were killed by humans, so he doesn't like humans, so he's a little, like, towards you because you're a human. These vampires are like, Toga killed his family. And I'm pretty sure it's vampires. Or it might actually have been Toga and he maybe had a better reason.
Who knows?
You would think, but I guess you'd have to endure his route to get you to that point.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's so much politics in my route. It's absolute trash.
There was a lot of politics in mine, too. I was just like, oh, whatever. I don't care.
It's all politics and no sexy bits, and I'm sad. There's no fun. Like, he's shirtless and wearing underwear for, like, half of it, and you're like, no, don't touch me unless you're a wolf. And I was like, okay, well...
Dude, your character was a furry. Mine just had issues.
I was like, I'm playing a dating sim, also known as an Oto-Mania game. So I'm not here for vampire werewolf politics, all right? I'm
not all of that.
And I'm not getting that much romance. I'm getting, like, jealousy, gotta talk to other dudes. I'm getting a lot of other stuff happening, and it's like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I can see why you would like Toga's route if you did someone else's route first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want the world fleshed out, if you're all about that world building in these Oto-Mania games, Toga's route's great. I'm not there for that. I don't want
I'm like there for some of that, but...
I don't care about politics in real life. Why should I care about it in my Oto-Mania games?
That is fair.
It's fine when it's sprinkled in with the, like, romance. Sure. But when it's mostly just that, I felt like I got kidnapped like every 2 pages, and then they like info dropped a bunch of stuff on me, and I was like, well, when's Toga gonna come save me and, like, take off his shirt? Maybe I'm shallow, you know? But that was my thought on it. I wanted more romance, and I didn't get it. Toga was a good character, I think. I think he's a good route, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, Ibuki just wasn't for me. I wondered. I was like, I bet that some of my issues with this game were just because of, like, the glitches and the route that I picked.
Yeah.
Normally, I feel like you can't go wrong with a white-haired boy. I do, but that's just personal preference.
I mean, it's just hair doesn't define a personality, Jessica.
Well, in these kinds of games, occasionally it does. Hey man, I went the shallow route this time, and I didn't like it.
I always do this. I've just started looking stuff up where I was like, which is the best boy?
Yeah, well, because you somehow accidentally picked, like, some of the worst ones.
Yeah, if I pick it myself, which, who knows, maybe if I picked your friend, the police officer, it would be the basement route.
You know what? It totally could be. Who knows? It could be. With your luck, I would believe that.
I don't know how we're going to do Kiss, Marry, Kill, if we are going to do all the dudes or just the 3 that we talked about.
Let's just do the 3 we talked about, even because, you know what? I don't remember, like, squat about most of them, so.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at all these dudes. I only really remember you were, like, BFFs with Lewis, who's a route, and Ivan showed up, like, a lot.
You're like, oh, he's so nice. I'm like, okay, cool.
Ivan kind of creeped me out, though. He has that weird smile that I'm not 100% about him. He's the Playboy wolf.
Now I'm, like, Googling this game. I'm like, all right, who are all my boys? I forget.
So we have, out of our choices, Ibuki, Toga, or Rukia. Ruka?
All right.
Well, I'm totally just going to marry Toga because he respect. I guess I will kiss your dude because seems like he needs it. And then I'll kill our friend's guy.
Does he seem like he needs it?
Because he left her at the altar. What a dick. He needs to die now.
That's fair. But I gotta spice it up so that we're not exactly the same.
Dang. Are you gonna pick
So I'm gonna have to... So I would probably marry Toga because he respect.
He respect.
I'm gonna kill Ibuki, I guess. Even though he's cute, I didn't like him. To quit touching me.
Right.
And I guess I'll kiss that other guy.
Yeah, why not? It's not like he's got a wife anymore, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's single, you know what I'm saying?
Way to go, Toga. You made it out on top here.
I guess Toga wins.
Toga wins.
Did you have, when you play this game, a lot of, like, you know, the MC talking to herself and it would be in parentheses, the dialogue, it would be in, like, all caps?
Sometimes, yeah.
I felt like I had that a lot. Or, like, the time that my character met Ibuki's dad, and he was like, don't bring your sex friend over.
Oh, dang.
And her response was, I've been demoted to sex friend. That did make me laugh. I did think that was funny, but I hated so much of this game that, like, so much of it didn't do it for me. I was so disappointed. I wanted to like it so bad.
I guess we're not going to play the latest hentai game with you.
Hentai? I mean, we can, but who knows how I'll react to it.
Sounds negative. I didn't know this game was so sexual. It always kind of surprises me, to be honest. I always kind of expect, like, you know, maybe a little kiss, maybe a little handhold, and then when, like, stuff happens, you're like, whoa! And what's this game rated on the app?
Yeah, store? I got a lot of that. I was like, oh my god, why?
You want anything else you want to rant about before we leave?
I think I'm good, finally. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
This was an experience.
You can find us at Oto-Mania Podcast on Twitter and just Oto-Mania on Tumblr. Stay Oto-Amazing, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.